Hey guys, um, just want to say, took a little time after being frustrated yesterday with that sight issue I was having with changing scopes from one gun to the other. Come to find out, I realized that I made a mistake on the first gun to start with, and on the second gun again. When I was mounting the scope onto the gun, the reason why the first one was so far off and hard to sight in to begin with, and it shouldn't have been, was because the front post scope ring, the retaining screw that fits in the Picatinny rail notch, wasn't sitting in the notch. It was sitting on top, causing it to be high and then cockeyed with the clamp tightened to one side. So that was the reason why that one was so hard to sight in. I managed just out of luck to actually get it to sight in within the adjustments that the scope had, and was happy, at least happy with it, but still didn't realize that it wasn't mounted properly. Then, after taking a break last night, took a deep breath, went back and looked at it with a fresh head, checked it out, tried to just look at it and make sure everything was the same, and realized that it wasn't. The back scope ring was sitting way different on the rail than the front one was. And I looked at it a little bit and realized that what it was is that front screw, retaining screw, was sitting on top of the rail instead of in the notch. So, that being said, I fixed everything, seated it, got it where it needs to be. My sight picture's perfect. I don't have the double circle thing going on or the blurry. And I think I'll be able to, it might take a couple extra rounds this time to sight it in, because I tweaked it way out trying to compensate for the misalignment. But I did find out what the problem was, and I do believe I can get it back to a good, decent, zero working platform. So I'm happy about that. I just wanted to let you guys know that, again, I'm new to this game. This is a rookie mistake. Yeah, scopes are accurate when you swap them from gun to gun, but you also got to make sure that the rails on every gun and the sight rails on every gun and every Picatinny rail or Weaver style base, that the spacing between your notches is always the same, and you use the same rail system. Or if you have a bunch of different guns, that you take the time every time to set the gun on the rail, make sure that it lines up properly, and gets in the notches. I mean, I guess that was just my stupid ass rookie mistake. This time I also took a dark blue Sharpie marker I have and made a little knot line on the side of the scope to the side of the rail, that you can't see on the flat black frame because of the blue marker, but it is a permanent marker, so you can see it, but you can't see it. So if I take that scope off to clean the gun and have to take that top rail off, I can put it right back to where it was. And I also think that I've got to learn to remember, if I get a scope from out of the package, that I need to make some sort of orientation to a hash mark somewhere on it for a 0. So I can go back to factory 0 if for some reason I put it on another gun and it's way out. By doing that, it should accomplish, a couple of things. It just give me a little more accuracy even between guns. And then also, probably the best idea would be a shooting log of some sort. Write down the gun, the scope, if I'm interchanging it, and how many clicks from 0 left to right I went, and how many clicks up and down I ended up going in order to achieve my center. Writing that stuff down in a log, I would assume, would be very important. Or buck up and spend the money and get the same scope that you really like. And luckily, the one I like isn't very expensive. It's only $69 at Walmart off the shelf. Super powerful and has a lot of gadgets and gadgets on it that I like. It's the center point, illuminated rectal, red and green crosshair, 5 stages indicated on the up and down for elevation, so you can shoot out, well past 100 yards. it's set up for 100 to infinity, so it's really nice. But bottom line is buck up and buy matching scopes for all your guns. Find one you like, match them out, and then everything has its own scope, and you don't have to change them, or a red dot or whatever you choose for that particular firearm. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I did figure out the problem. I didn't get any information from anybody else on that one. I just took a deep breath and came back and looked at it with a fresh head and figured it out. So I will shoot the gun now, sight it in. Hopefully, like I said before, try and make a video. And while I'm there, I don't have much luck at the range making videos. But I'll definitely give you an update afterwards to see how it went and let you know if I'm excited or not. All right, have a good night.